extremely satisfying. I'm very, very happy. And but I'm not only happy about the win. Yeah, I'm really happy about the weekend with how we progressed, how the team did an incredible turnaround. I have to say big shout out to my engineers, also everyone back at the factory who did also the overnight work between Friday and Saturday, because the car just changed so much, and it gave me the confidence to push it.
I inherited a car that had been, there had been other drivers that worked on, Carlos and Charles, and I got into a car that wasn't really suited for me and something I didn't like. And whilst it was such a hard year in the background, we did a lot of work to develop and sitting down with the engineers and telling them where I wanted to go, for example, with this car, things we needed to have on the car, and they listened and they put the things that I wanted on the car, and then to come into the season, lots of things have changed, and finally, also for Fred, I begged Fred for certain changes, and I was like, dude, I need you, please, I'll give everything, I'll do anything for you to do these things, and he moved heaven and earth for me. So for that, I'm really grateful, and I hope that he's proud of these last two race results.
So difficult. I mean, I just had to dig very deep. I thought it was going to be a stroll, and in the end, it started to be a bit of a nightmare race for me with all the issues I had to manage. The car was just, with the drivability issues we had, it was becoming undrivable, and I managed to hold on and keep a decent place for the last restart.
When you make up 3 spots in Monaco, that's always a good day, even if you didn't actually overtake anyone. So, happy with that. I think as a team, we made some of our calls correctly, which was good to see. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah, very, very happy. It's been a very good day to have a P5 and P6. It's great, especially where we started as well. So it's been a big turnaround. We struggled at the start of the weekends, and we've now got a really sort of quite competitive car at the end of the weekend. So very happy.
Much more than we could have ever imagined after yesterday. For sure the timing of the red flag helped us out. But regardless, I think we executed a really strong race. The team did a really good job. I'm happy with the job I did myself. I was obviously very disappointed yesterday. I felt that it was a big under-delivery. In the end, points are scored on Sunday, and everyone, from trackside, Milton Keynes, Faenza, and we've all done an amazing job. So very grateful. It's massive points, and going to enjoy it with the team tonight.
Right now, I'm just heartbroken. I don't know what to say. I don't want to be speaking right now. We all work so hard to get these moments, and then when it gets taken away from you from things which we need to review. The team set the right speed limiter. I put it way before the line on both times, and crossed the line in P3 in Monaco in front of all the fans and all the people here, and in the end we get penalized and finish far away. I don't really know what to say.
Tough race actually. We were down on deployment for, I think after 15 laps we were hemorrhaging lap time down the straights, and we were trying everything we could to get it to work, but it still wasn't working. And then at some point we tried to, we did play the team game. We brought the recipe from last year out, and honestly, I'm not sure at the time I agreed with it, just because it's already difficult enough to keep cars behind, but with the deployment issue it was almost impossible, and I thought I ruined it for us. I thought I ruined it for the team. I thought I gave up a position to Arvid, and I thought at that point we've done all of that for nothing, and I was frustrated at the time because I thought it was a silly way to give away an obvious points position. So luckily we made it work. I think P8 is a great result for us, and it's been maybe my best weekend so far this year, so I'm very happy with that.
For a change, we got everything right this time. I think we took all the right calls regarding the strategy. It was just great. We managed to keep out of trouble as well with the last corner that was very tricky throughout the whole race. I really struggled. We have an issue with the steering wheel for the whole weekend, and I did it for the guys, because it was tough. It was super tough. After 20 laps, I thought I could not finish that race, and we pushed through, and we got to the end, and P9. So really well deserved to everyone. We deserved that one, so I'm super happy.
We didn't have the pace. We were not as fast as we wanted, as we knew, and we tried to be very aggressive at the starts. Into 10-1, into 10-3 and 5, and after 10-5 basically consolidating the position we were in, waiting for some opportunities if they happen in front of us, and they did happen, because penalty here, penalty there, we came close to the point, so even in the point, so happy for the team if that happens.
Amazing job from the team to fix the car from yesterday and put me out there. Unfortunately, we had a problem that is still not known, I believe, that we couldn't start from the grid, and then I had to start from the pit lane, and then how the races are in Monaco. It's difficult to overtake. I got stuck behind all the other cars, and it was a shame.
I'm flat. I'm beyond frustration. I'm in a state of struggling to comprehend what is going on. The team told me there's nothing I did wrong in the pit lane. I pressed the limiter before the entry. I released it after the exit, but there was a software issue. 5-second penalty, not ideal, not the end of the world. But then with the pit stop, didn't serve it. Drive-through penalty, punishment doesn't fit the crime, and I went from P3 to 0 points.
Well, disappointment mainly. If you do a restart with 7 laps to go, of course it's going to be heated. But I had to avoid Esteban. I had to dive on the inside to not run into the back of him. Ended up on the very inside, in Löw's corner, maximum lock. I couldn't turn more, and I can't vanish. And Carlos obviously comes around and we make contact. So unfortunate,
very frustrating and disappointing. First the Williams were slowing everyone down. We had stopped, we got them back, went slow again. And then in the restart, I think Fernando pushed me into Hulkenberg. I hit Hulkenberg with the front wing. And I had some damage, and Carlos had damage. It was really slow, and he turned in. I don't know, he was in the middle of the road, going really slowly, but he tried to make the corner anyway, and we made contact. So just really long and frustrating days.
It's an amazing thing for the team. It was such a tricky race out there with the vibrations. At some point we thought about retiring the car because the vibrations were tremendous. We didn't give up, we stayed out, we kept pushing, we kept our head down, and the race presented us with another opportunity, and we went for it. We had a tremendous lap one. I had a really poor start, but I had a really good lap one. I overtook a lot of cars, in the end, we finished P10 on the road. Whether or not we get the penalty, I think we didn't get any benefit from that. So I think it was on merit, the P10.
It's very good race pace. The few laps that I managed to push, we showed some really serious race pace that allowed me to be fighting today for the points, and unfortunately at the restart some people decided to risk everything to try and get a point or two, and I was the victim of people being very over optimistic and doing a mistake that honestly borderline unacceptable, because every year around Monaco you get to turn 6, there's a bunch up, you need to lift, and you're gonna bump into the car in front because everyone's trying to get through that corner. So difficult to see how with so much experience we're still able to do this kind of mistake and throw my race away with someone fighting for whatever they were trying to fight, which I don't know.
Extremely disappointed, sad, angry, mixed of negative emotions. I don't know how much I can go into the details, but it's just not acceptable and the issues I've faced with my brakes have been. It's not that it's difficult; it's that in this particular moment, it's just impossible. I cannot do anything. The only thing I can do is not brake for the last corner, but in a Formula 1 car, not braking in the last corner ends up in the wall anyway. So I put the least amount of brakes I could possibly do, and it's not even braking, it's leaning my foot on the brake. And the rear brakes was not working at all, so I don't know if there was an issue there or if it's just the inconsistency I get, and the front delivered a lot more than what it should, so that's what happened.
Yeah, we have issues with the engine braking, so every lap, every corner, the engine braking changes. Some laps it's pushing me forward, some laps it's pulling me. So on that corner, it just pushed me forward, like at the throttle pedal half, 50% on throttle, and then going into the wall.
Pretty good. I'm actually happy to be out of the race. Now, I mean, look, I'm fighting for a P8. I guess there's a penalty now. This was my chance to be there and get a few points. And at this point of the year, we're not expecting a win or a podium, but we need to maximize 6th, 7th, 5th little points along the way, and they all add up. And I'm working hard, the team are working hard, and we're just not getting rewarded. We're just being, I guess, unlucky. Some of it's our fault, some of it's failures, some of it's just being unlucky. So I don't know. We're doing the best we can. I'm doing the best I can, but when you just can't finish a race, I don't know what I should really expect.
Challenging weekend in general, particularly given that actually the car was quite fast. I think we showed decent pace. In qualifying, we really had the chance, and if I closed the lap that I was on, I think we were in for a shout. Q2 easily and fighting for around the Audis maybe, but more realistically the V-Carbs, and look at them now, they're in the top 10, both of them. So it's a weekend of what could have been, and I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm excited to turn the page and go next week in Barcelona.
We knew it's probably going to be an issue, and we tried to manage it from the beginning, but even with lots of lift and coast management since lap 1. And we even pitted on the first lap to try and get some clean air. That still didn't help, so we had to retire the car because we just couldn't control the temperatures.
After such a nice weekend for us, you at least hope to be on the podium, right? When you of course then retire basically straight away is I think painful for everyone. There's also no need to be super upset because I think everyone is already really disappointed about it. And it's just a shame for everyone. I mean, I really hope that I could do something, or at least make it an exciting race, try and put the pressure on, because I really felt good this whole weekend. And now to basically come away with 0 points is probably even more painful.